Hey, what's going on, Aquarius? Butch here. I am going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, I don't know why I said it that way. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. And always feel free to comment down below. We're going to use a tarot of dreams. And with that being said, let's get it. Here's what we have for Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. So the first thing that I see, Aquarius, is this is someone that you already know. You know, I feel like with this person, I feel like there's a lot of, hot and cold energy with this person lately. And I feel like with this person, there's a lot of defensive energy. You know, and I feel like what this is, really from the get-go, is I feel like you called this person out of some shit. And I feel like they didn't take it well. You know, I feel like you called this person out, and I feel like it hurt their pride a little bit to hear it. And I feel like the hot and cold energy, defensive energy, isn't because you were wrong. That's not what it is. That's not what's pissing this person off. That's not what's got under this person's skin. I feel like you held a mirror up to this person, and they finally seen something that they didn't want to see. You know, I feel like they were hiding. You know, they had some secrets, and I feel like you called them out on it. And I feel like with this person, you know, they were doing a lot of work. You know, they were putting in a lot of work with that 10 of Wands. They were putting in a lot of work to keep, almost like, I feel like they came at you with almost like a, you know, like that mask on, and they were trying to hide who they really were. And I feel like they were doing a good job of it. But like I said, I feel like they kind of acted like they didn't care, but you knew they did, you know. But I feel like there is some silence between the two of you, because I feel like this person, like I said, it hurt their pride a little bit. I feel like they got a little defensive, but it's not because what you said wasn't true. It's because I feel like they weren't necessarily ready to hear it. But even though this person, I feel like there is some distance, there is some, you know, defensive energy, there is that hot and cold energy, they can't stop thinking about you. They can't stop thinking about you, and they can't stop thinking about the things that, you know, what you had said and what you call them out on. You know, and I feel like now it's almost like when you get caught in something, and at first you're defensive, you're on edge, you know, you kind of like, I feel like a part of them kind of backlash towards you. But I feel like this moment was coming. And they knew it was coming. But they weren't ready for it nonetheless. You know, the ship has finally come in. And they finally met someone that's going to call them on their shit. And I feel like it's exactly what this person needed. You know, I feel like there is that feeling of defeat. But like I said, I feel like you said what you said, and you had to say it. You had to call them on their shit because enough is enough. You're not gonna bullshit them. And like I said, you held that mirror to their face, and they didn't quite like what they saw. But I feel like they needed to see it. I feel like they acted like they weren't as involved. They acted like they. I feel like with this person, I feel like there's a lot of. We have the Lovers card. There's a deep connection you have with this person. I feel like they tried to deny it or act like it wasn't as big of a thing for them as it was for you. And I feel like they try to put on this brave face, and they try to, like I said, the secrets that they had, I feel like they wanted to be with you without saying it, without admitting it. And I feel like time has come, and now they have to admit it, and I know that they know that now, and I feel like there is some sleepless nights, there is some anxiety, there's a feeling of feeling defeated, but there's also, I feel like out of that comes something very unexpected. I feel like this person's finally realizing that they're not walking away from this. And I feel like their true feelings, now that they're out there, at first it was kind of almost embarrassing or it hurt their pride, but now that they know it's out there, I feel like it's almost a relief. And I feel like the end of silence is coming, and this person finally facing their fears. And I feel like their biggest fear is admitting that they care. I feel like they were afraid to put themselves out there. And their biggest fear, sometimes the toughest people, or the people that seem the toughest, are really not as tough as they seem. They have that soft side, but they're afraid to show anybody. But you've seen something, like I said, you've seen it in them, and they couldn't hide it from you anymore. And I feel like in the beginning, they didn't take it well. But moving forward, like I said, I do see them finally, it is causing them growth. And I feel like they're going to be better for it. They tried to act like you were just friends, or they tried to act like there wasn't as much here as you said there was. But with that Lovers card, I feel like we both know that that's not necessarily true. Now I see a lot of forward movement now that this person can be open and honest with you. And I feel like they will. It's almost like that feeling when someone's like, they try to hide something, but when you figure it out and they're exposed for it, it's almost like it's a release. And I feel like at the end of the day, that's what comes out of this. They feel, in the initial moment, they felt attacked, or they felt exposed. But now that they're exposed, they realize it doesn't feel that bad. It actually feels pretty damn good. And that's what's causing this person to finally move forward, face their fears, take that leap of faith. And I see a lot, like I said, a lot of forward movement with that Chariot. We have the 10 of Cups and the Sun card. With that Family card and that happiness. This person's finally opening up, and it allows them to be happy. Sometimes when we try to hide shit for too long, it eats us. It eats us up. But I digress. Like I said, moving forward, this person, I feel like you're gonna get a completely different side of this person. Like I said, there's a lot of big changes coming now that they realize that their secret is out. They can start embracing how they truly feel. With this person, we have Aries, we have Leo, Sagittarius, we have Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. We have Taurus, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. It's like when you're with someone and you know that there's something going on between the two of you, but they won't admit it. Even though you know it, 99% sure that what you know is what you know. Until they admit it, you can never be 100%. And like I said, I feel like this person, I feel like there is, even though this person is very confident, I feel like they needed someone that's going to call them out in their shit. And to be honest with you, I can relate, you know. I always acted hard. I always acted like um, I always acted like that. Nothing could get to me. And then I was, I couldn't be penetrated by anyone. And it took the right person to come along to show me that I knew nothing. I needed that person. And that's the thing with finding the person that you're meant to be with. It's that person can change everything, even if you don't want them to. They expose you for who you really are, and at first it can be you can be defensive about it. You can be resistant to it, but eventually, it's so freeing. But not all people are like that. But I was one of those people. I'm a Sagittarius sun and moon and a Leo rising. I mean, I'm all fire, and I needed that right person to come along and say, listen, you ain't everything you think you are. But I know I jest, but it is a real thing. And it's such I do see it prominently in men, and we could chalk it up to toxic masculinity. But I've seen it in women as well. So we're all we all can be, guilty of this. Not that we all are, but anyone can be guilty of it. We try to act like we don't care as much as we do. We try to act like things don't affect us in the way that it does. But like I said, that's not everybody. And this read isn't for everybody. But who it resonates with will get what I'm saying. That's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.